Hi beautiful! Today we're going to be using two of my favorite fruit and incorporating it in my favorite dessert to make these delectable mini cheesecakes. Begin by preheating your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius, and then grease and line a cupcake pan with 12 cupcake liners, or use parchment paper and then set it aside for later. It always helps to do quick prep like this before starting on making the batter so that it's ready to go as soon as we finish all the components of the dish. In a blender, add around 1½ sleeves of graham crackers, or about 1½ cups, until you get 1½ cups of finely crushed graham crackers. Add in 4 tablespoons of melted unsoftened butter and mix it until all of the crumbs have been coated in the butter. Evenly divide the crumbs into the cupcake pan and press firmly so that the graham cracker crumbs are firmly compact. If you don't do this, they're going to be kind of loose and then the entire bottom is going to fall apart. So really make sure that you're going in and pressing each of the graham cracker crumbs down so that you get a firm, compact base. We're going to be setting this aside while we work on the batter. In a large bowl, add in 2 bricks of cream cheese, which is equivalent to 16 ounces, and then use an electric mixer to beat until light and fluffy. You might want to scrape down the bowl using a spatula whenever necessary, just to make sure that you're not leaving behind any of the ingredients on the side of your bowl. Add in 2/3 cup of granulated sugar and then mix once again, and as I said earlier, feel free to scrape down the sides of the bowl whenever necessary, just to make sure that we're not leaving anything out. Add in your eggs one at a time. We're going to be adding in 2 in total. By adding the eggs in one at a time, you're allowing the eggs to get to know the rest of the ingredients rather than each other, allowing everything to be incorporated more evenly. We're then going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, 3 tablespoons of lemon zest, and 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Once again, go in with your mixer and mix until the ingredients are well combined, around 2 to 3 minutes. The full recipe will be available in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. It will include everything from measurements to detailed instructions and some additional notes about the recipe. Transfer all of the batter into the cupcake pan. Because these are cheesecakes and not cupcakes, there is no raising agent in them, so it is totally okay to fill each mold all the way to the top since the batter will not rise. We're going to be adding in around 1 to 2 teaspoons of strawberry jam into each of the molds. Then use a toothpick to swirl it around to create a rippled effect. Take care not to overdo the swirling with the toothpick, or else the jam will bleed into the batter, making the entire batter pink. Bake this in your oven for around 25 to 30 minutes or until the outsides are firm and the insides are still slightly jiggly. Refrigerate it for at least 4 hours, but preferably overnight, just so that the cheesecakes will set completely. I decided to make some fresh cream for the top, even though it is totally optional, so I just went ahead and took some heavy cream and whipped it until it reached stiff peaks. Now once your cheesecakes have been set completely, we can finally assemble them. So begin by taking the cheesecakes and pipe on a generous amount of the cream. I'm currently obsessed with the Wilton 2D closed star tip for frosting, so that is exactly the same tip that I'm using for this video. I personally always add a small piece of the fruit onto the top of each of the cheesecakes just so that you can visualize what's actually in it, because you can't really tell that these are strawberry lemon cheesecakes without adding the fruit on top. I finished all of these cheesecakes by adding in a slice of strawberry and lemon, and that's honestly pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy and I'll see you soon. Bye!